What is up, YouTube? It's Agent Watch FL here, and I'll be bringing you guys my top 10 favorite pro players here today. I'm bringing a PowerPoint style like I did last time with you guys. So, without further ado, because we do have 10 guys to get through, let's go ahead and get this started. Number one, actually, I forgot we're doing info first. Info, the following are my top 10 favorite pro players of all time, as you guys know. As you guys also know, I'm a huge TK fan. Myself and York will both be doing this series, so hopefully you guys will see some different picks from him. Or not, picks from players from him. That way we can get a little bit of difference. But if you guys, I'm pretty sure I have a lot of TK guys in here, so don't call me biased. That's just how it is. All right, starting at number 10, speaking of TK players, we have Theory, also known as Dylan McGee. Theory started off with the team VVV. That was really where he started to get known. He played on VVV with Sharp, Gujjar, and Realize. Realize ended up falling off. I actually know Realize. I talk to him on Twitter sometimes. But besides that, he ended up falling off, and this team was originally picked up and turned into TK. Why do I like Theory? Why is he my number 10 pick? Well, he's a very good OBJ player. In fact, one of the most underrated OBJ players there are. Just the fact that he can play OBJ on TK, where they don't really have an SMG slayer other than Gujjar, who usually runs AR, just really shows how he can really pick up the OBJ as well as do everything else and really help support his team a lot. So now we're going to head on to number 9, which is Merc. Joe DeLuca started out, he really got known when he was picked up by Optic. He played on the Optic roster back when it consisted of himself, Rambo, BigT, and JCap, I believe. And then after that, JCap got dropped, and that's when Nadeshot came in, and that's when they really started to get recognized because Merc played for them for a long time. And as you guys know, Merc is now on Team Envious because he was dropped by Optic. He has continued to have more success. As you guys see, we're 2 players in. Both of them have been OBJ roles. I really do tend to favor some of the OBJ guys as I appreciate what they do. Now, to number 8, we have Javon Gujjar, also known as Gujjar. He plays for TK. As you guys can see on screen here, some pictures of him. He is their dedicated AR slayer, and similar to how I talked about Theory, Gujjar really is the only slayer on this TK roster, and he really made a name for himself back in Black Ops 2 with the M8A1 because this dude was one-bursting people like crazy. Nobody could stop this dude. He was just running around all over the place, getting one-burst kills and really supporting his team. And considering how low TK is on slaying power, you can see him continue to do this with TK and have a lot of slaying potential in their games. So now we're going to head on to number 7, which is Iain Porter, Crim 6. And if you guys didn't know, I'm actually a decent Complexity fan. I don't really favor EG too much. I realize it's the same roster, but I tend to like their old Complexity name better. Crim 6, as you guys know, if you are not subscribed to his YouTube channel, you need to go do it now. This dude is the most awkward, funniest guy there is on YouTube. Not to mention the fact that he's won like 17 championships. At least 17. I think. No, because Aches has won 17, so he's probably around 13 or 14. What just happened? What the heck? Okay, we're back to this. But, I don't know what just happened there. But, anyways, Crim 6. Huge, really important guy, runs the AR, him and Karma both do for Complexity/EG. Continues to have success. They didn't place very well at Gfinity, but I guarantee you they will win at UMG Dallas because they're coming back strong. Anyways, on to Apathy. As he likes to say, Apathy. Really quick like that. Anyways, I really didn't know who Apathy was at all for a very long time. And then all of a sudden he joined TK, and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. Before, he was just kind of in that mix of scumbags from SB. I kind of had this thought in my mind. A lot of those guys, to be honest, Censor's alright. Apathy I like now. Apathy's really cool. But, Dito and Saints, not a big fan of Dito. Especially if I had to do a top 5 hated COD players, Dito would probably be on there. Anyways, I just kind of grouped him with them to start. Didn't we realize this guy's actually really cool and actually very loyal. He came to TK, and although I am saying he's loyal when he left, he played very well for TK, stuck through with them for a pretty long time. I think this picture in the bottom left is him and his girlfriend. Anyways, he also posts a lot of videos on YouTube about how to get better and stuff like that, so that's another reason why he's really good. Alright, on to another objective player here, Tyler Polchow, TP. As you guys know, TP is one of the most famous OBJ players of all time. And I'm going to repeat what Gandhi says, even though he says it 4 million times. TP can slay, and that's what makes him a very good player for both EG and he was for Complexity. Because not only can he play OBJ, but he also wins tons of gunfights. As well, he's a really cool guy. If you guys didn't know, he got engaged to his soon-to-be wife in London before G3. Kind of bad luck because they placed like crap, but other than that, it was a great time. you can always expect TP to do something well, especially in this S&D game. So now, on to our top 4. Starting at number 4, Rambo Ray. And Rambo Ray, ever since I started watching esports, has always been one of the guys I admire the most. Just because the dude literally has, like, borderline to minimum gun skill. I mean, obviously he has enough to win gunfights when he needs to, but the thing that I really like about Rambo is he plays with his head. He does not mess around and, I mean, actually, he's the exact opposite of Apathy. Apathy is smart, but a lot of times Apathy just hops on B and prays he gets a 3-piece. And all credit to Apathy, sometimes he does get the 3-piece, but still, Rambo always plays with his head. Whenever you need to know what's going on, he knows exactly what's going to happen, exactly what you should do, and that's why he was such a dominant S&D player. Rambo alone carried Envy through S&D through pretty much all of their career, up until they got Nameless, because Nameless was also pretty good in S&D. But anyways, that's Rambo. So now we are getting into our top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started with Sharp, Brandon Rogers. You guys know I'm a TK fan. You knew this one was coming. Eventually, obviously, he's the SMG for TK, the one and only player, regardless of the fact that they have their 4 main guys back on the roster now, that is back on TK and has been on TK since TK started. This guy, like I explained earlier with Theory, was on that VVV squad. He was also on Team Extravagant with Rambo and BigT and some other guy I don't remember, but he's not important anymore. And he actually won COD 4 national championships with them, which is really where he started to get his name down. Joined Fear, played with Fear for a while, went from Fear to VVV, VVV to TK, and he has not left TK in the year and a month or so that TK has been put together. Once again, you guys see I like to favor a lot of really underrated players. Like, for example, Rambo. Rambo's a very underrated player. Sharp, very underrated. Not a lot of people think this guy's very good. Most of them think he's washed and that he needs to retire with the rest of Extravagant, like BigT and Rambo. But, I mean, he's still bringing it. He's still placing well, and I don't see why he should stop anytime soon. So now on to our top 2. A lot of people are going to be pissed that my number 2 is not number 1. But either way, I really like this guy. And, of course, this is Optic Big Timer. Will Johnson now has been retired, but he also played on that Extravagant team that I was just talking about. BigT. His YouTube, you guys aren't subscribed to him, please subscribe to this dude. He is one of the funniest guys there is. I mean, honestly, you guys know me, I've never been much of an Optic fan. I really have not. I dislike Optic a lot. I mean, actually, I would say I dislike them. I just don't like their fan base. However, BigT it will always be. BigT will always have a spot in my heart. Sniff, sniff. But, guys, anyways, BigT is a very well-known player. He is currently in the Guinness World Record book holding the most COD championships and most money, most successful video game player as a job of all time. Optic Big Timer right here. Not to mention he was a really cool guy. He won many championships with Optic. No matter what any of you guys can say, you cannot, nor can you ever discredit Will Johnson. Optic Big Timer. Anyways, guys, now we are on to our number 1. People are going to bloody hate me for this. I don't know about hate, but you guys probably aren't gonna like my pick. But this guy is somebody that I really admired ever since I started watching TK, which obviously TK was the start. You know, I started watching TK when it started. But this guy, one of the coolest guys I could possibly ever meet. Right? I haven't met him yet, but I will end up meeting him. And people that I'll ever know. And if you guys couldn't already guess, it's Jeremy Olson, Neslo. It's just honestly, when I think of Neslo, there's so many things, and this is why he's number 1. There's so many things I admire in Neslo. Just this guy's straight up will to grind. It does not matter what time of day, what time of night, where he is, what he has going on. Neslo wants to play, and I can tell you straight up, I don't care how many championship wins Neslo has, because he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't technically have any yet, because the very first major team he was ever on was Team Caliber. This guy wants it more than anybody else. I think that is why, that's why I know he's number 1 on my list, and that's why I respect him so much. There is nobody in competitive Call of Duty that wants to win more than Jeremy Olson. And straight up, I think it's very admirable. This guy wants to grind 24/7, never ever stop. He just flat out wants it more than everybody else. And he's also probably very underrated, if not the most underrated player in Call of Duty. A lot of people think Neslo's just like a warrior and doesn't actually have any gun skill and all that stuff. But I mean, if you see this guy, he performs on LAN. He performs, especially in S&D. You guys remember that 1v2 against Optic in X Games? Yeah, he performs. overall, just the most admirable thing about this guy is just his raw talent to win. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That was my top 10. You'll be seeing York's top 10 as well. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.